Joining us now, Kansas Republican Senator Roger Marshall from the Small Business Committee. Senator, thank you for joining us. You're also a doctor. Do you think Dr. Fauci has a blind spot? He won't answer. He's avoiding and not talking about the economic impact of millions of jobs and millions of businesses destroyed in the lockdowns. He's avoiding that. We looked through the footage and the videos. He won't talk about it.
You know, Elizabeth, you're absolutely right. I just did 5 town halls this weekend, and Kansans are tired of wearing the mask when there's not a good reason to wear a mask anymore. You know, and if you think about just even the mental health crisis going on across the country, this control of us, the government trying to control us, is adding to the mental crisis. And then to go to your point, the economic crisis that it's creating as well, that this is slowing us down. If we don't get our kids back in school, and it's starting to happen, but we need Dr. Fauci to let up on us. You know, if Dr. Fauci were a highway patrolman, he'd give you a ticket for going 50 in a 75. He likes to wear belts and suspenders. I get that. And, you know, just to stress the doctor point of this is, look, once you've had the vaccination, the morbidity and mortality from this virus is less than the seasonal flu. Let us go, Dr. Fauci. It's time. Give us a goalpost. Tell us what the bar is going to be.
Well, let's show the viewer the things that Dr. Fauci has been flip-flopping on. We're going to show it now, Senator. You know, government officials are supposed to save lives and save jobs. You know, critics are saying he botched it at the House hearing last week. Jim Jordan's question was reasonable. Dr. Fauci refused to answer the question, what metrics, what standards are you using to reopen? Remember, 15 days to stop the spread. But Dr. Fauci is saying it's, quote, very frustrating when people question him about that. He's saying this has nothing to do with liberty. When all Americans of all political stripes have sacrificed a lot during the year, he says it has nothing to do with liberty?
Right. I think that the Kansans I talk to feel like demanding we wear a mask is taken away of our liberties. And I think that this is adding to the vaccine hesitancy. One of the reasons people won't get the vaccine is what's the reward going to be? So if he won't give us a goalpost, and we've been doing lots of listening groups as well, what is causing the vaccine hesitancy? And Dr. Fauci's vague comments is adding to it, the vaccine hesitancy, that we feel like he's not being truthful, honest with us. Americans can take the truth, but they want you to be fully honest with them.
Yeah, they feel like a lot of people are saying he's being arbitrary, capricious. He changes the standards on herd immunity based on public perception and the polls. The New York Times reporting that. You know, pandemics do not happen on anybody's timeline, including Dr. Fauci's. You know, in the AIDS crisis during the 1980s, ACT UP were very angry with Dr. Fauci because the government then, led by Dr. Fauci's push here in the AIDS crisis, they felt he was botching it. And the other, you know, Senator, let's listen to this. South Carolina Democrat Congressman James Clyburn, he's a majority whip. I want you to hear this disturbing comment he made at that fight between Jordan and Fauci in the House last week. Watch this.
Okay. What number do we get our liberties back? Tell me the number. Tell me the number.
When 90% of the members of Congress get vaccinated.
But you're not a doctor, Mr. Clyburn. He is. What is the number?
Now we're seeing Oregon, the state of Oregon is moving to make permanent, indefinite restrictions on businesses. So Clyburn said 90% of Congress needs to be vaccinated. That's when you get your liberties back. Is that the standard?
You know, that's just what everyone is telling me back home right now is it's just hypocrisy, right? Everyone on Capitol Hill has had the chance to get the vaccine. So theoretically, we're as most we're going to have, but still we keep wearing masks. So America looks at this and says, what's up with that? Be honest with us. Is there ever an end game to this? And this is why a lot of people won't go get the vaccination, because I think even if they do, they're going to still have to wear the mask. And Dr. Fauci needs to realize that mask is like a sign of being drug around, and we lose our independence when we have to wear the mask. We want to be talked to honestly. We want to know what the potential side effects are from the vaccine, and people don't believe Dr. Fauci. He's lost his credibility with the American public.
We hear, you know, a lot of people say, you know, masks do help. But here's the thing. When you see a congressman say 9 out of 10 members of Congress need to be vaccinated first before people get their liberties back, that's kind of weird.
Absolutely. We know the science is really weak behind the mask mandates. I think if you look at anything pretty objectively, the studies show there's no difference in states that masked and states that did not have mandates as well. So I think they're really not following the science.
Senator Marshall, thanks for joining us. Good to see you.
Thank you.